Nine Story is...
Nine Story is...
Nine Story is...
terrific.
Nine Story is where all my best friends work.
Nine Story is family. It's always been family. A second home.
My home away from home. And just so you know, as the audience, I've said that 3 times already.
Oh yeah! Awesome!
Nine Story is a really fun place to work.
A great place to work. Creative, talented, inclusive community.
Ready for adventure? Totally ready.
Nine Story is creativity.
Always trying to make kids happy.
Nine Story is children's entertainment at its best.
Ooh, I have an idea.
Nine Story is a collective of people that take their love of animation and focus it to create content, shows, characters, jokes, and stories that express teaching, love, and entertainment.
I was working at a company that did flash-based greeting cards and got a call from a US PBS affiliate. And they said that we're doing this show, Peep, and we're interviewing producers. They interviewed 6. I was one of them and got the job. They said the only concern they had is they thought I was overqualified. I assured them that I wasn't. And that made them calm. And we got on the show together. Then of course, things changed dramatically in the world of markets and economics, and the partner studio backed out. And they were looking for someone to produce the show. So I said, we'll start a company and I'll hire a director and set up a production studio, and for the budget of the show, we'll produce the show. And they were nervous at first, but over time, I gave them confidence that we could actually do it, and we did. And we produced Peep in the Big Wide World, and things took off from there. And here we are, 20 years later, with 1,200 employees, 4 locations around the world, 21 shows in production, 4,500 half hours in our library. And sometimes, even I don't know how we got here. You go in every day, you do your work, and you take advantage of the opportunities that come your way, and here we are.
I'm getting a vision. I'm seeing lights and music and dancing.
My name is Natalie Osborne. I'm the Chief Strategy Officer at Nine Story Media Group. What inspired me to join Nine Story was Vince's vision. He has this incredible combination of creative chops, deep production knowledge, and business acumen that is a unique combination that made me believe in his vision and what he wanted to do.
Our mission and our vision mean to me exactly kind of what they say. When we have kids watch our shows, we want them to come away from watching that episode from whatever series that we may produce and feel like they want to go out and make a difference. And that difference doesn't have to be measurable. It could be small little things. And if you get enough kids making small little differences and you mark them out over time, it'll have a big difference overall. And that is a very powerful vision.
Okay, class. Who's excited for the spring sing today?
I am.
Seeing our series make a difference in the lives of kids is everything. It's why we do what we do. And if you want to change the world for the better, you have to start with kids.
At Nine Story, our goal is to encourage the kids at home to be the best that they can be, have the self-confidence to take risks, to ask questions. So if you give them that power to know that whatever dream you have, you can reach for it. Knowing that the efforts that we put forward and things that we spend our days picking apart and going over and over again are resonating with our audience, are maybe teaching a child how to recognize an emotion or a feeling and giving them a way to think through that problem or understand what is happening and what they're feeling. I think it's really important, and I love knowing that things that we do have an impact.
There was a young girl, Navi, who has an afro, and she was telling her mother that she didn't like that about herself. And when she saw Karma's World, there is an episode called Here Comes Trouble, where she's really celebrating her hair. And Navi recorded this little clip for social, and she said, I have an afro too. And she was so excited about it, and just seeing that, it feels just so meaningful. We're really affecting kids.
When kids are enjoying our shows, it makes all the long hours that we've worked on something really worthwhile.
Having a child watch some of our programming and be able to see themselves
in the character because they see themselves being represented, or they can see that something that they do or the way that they live their life is also being, represented. That means a lot to me. It probably means more to me now than it did perhaps at the beginning of my career.
My daughter now, she's 3 and she's starting to watch the shows. So it's pretty cool to actually get to experience it with her.
When my son was in grade 3, his class found out that I worked in cartoons, so they were like, you gotta come and talk to us. And so I was like, okay, cool. So I went and I talked to all these grade 3 kids, and I was working on Max and Ruby at the time, and they asked me like, okay, draw Max and Ruby. So I went up to the board and I drew Max, and they're like, ooh, that's a drawing. You don't work on Max and Ruby. I was like, what? I do. And so that was heartbreaking. But most of the time it's pretty rewarding.
During my 11 years at 9 Story, I've learned so much.
There's always room for learning.
How to be a team player.
The importance of having fun when you're working.
I found out that good friends and coworkers can be the same thing.
How to appreciate the finer details.
To trust my instincts.
Even though you know how to do the job really well, there's new challenges along the way. And I actually think that that's really exciting because it means you can never get bored.
It's okay to fail when you're striving for something, when you're reaching for a goal. Sometimes things just don't go the way you planned. You learn to adapt, you learn to push forward, persevere, continue to try again, and just improve on every level. And when I do fail, I just say, dang it, because,
The journey never ends. Never stop learning.
I've had the opportunity to work with amazing humans who are just great leaders and mentors and just the best at what they do. It's been a thrilling ride. I've been with 9 Story for 19 years. That's 2 decades.
Learning to work with the team you have is the most rewarding and most challenging part of making a good show.
There are so many things that I learned from our shows and our characters. On Daniel Tiger, there are wonderful lessons.
Even though school might feel different, you can still have a great day. Things may change and that's okay. Today we can do things a different way.
I've seen our shows make a difference at home with my 2 kids, especially Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood, which is a staple. There are a few that come to mind, the potty song.
Stop and go potty. It's really important. It comes with a really catchy tune. But by no means did Daniel Tiger teach me that, but I think it's a really important lesson. My favorite Daniel Tiger lesson would have to be, and I'm gonna sing the song with it too, if that's okay. When you feel so mad that you want to roar, take a deep breath and count to 4, and that saved me a lot.
Hey, do you want to make believe with me?
The thing that makes 9 Story's content stand out is kind of a common word today, but it's something we've always applied with our content. It's authenticity.
It stands out because of the craftsmanship and the artistry of our animation, which gives every show a unique visual signature. 9 Story's content stands out because every series is unique and every series has a purpose.
It's well-researched, which I think has been described as our secret sauce before.
I think, especially I can speak from Daniel Tiger's perspective, that there's a lot of research that's put into the show to make sure that it is the success that it currently is. And I think that sets us apart a lot from other cartoons that are just cartoons for cartoon's sake.
It definitely stays with the trends of where the world is right now and helps children learn a lot about the good things and the bad things that are going on in life.
We trust our audience. If I like to believe we help kids grow and we grow with them.
It's the way our characters engage with our audience. I have a cousin who sent me a clip of his son watching Blue's Clues and You. And just watching how engaged he was, and he was literally answering out loud to Josh.
It's just this safe place where families can get together and be entertained. Every time you turn a TV on, one of our shows is on somewhere. That's what's so special about it.
We have some tremendously creative people working on our shows, and they are very professional and dedicated, and it shows.
I think we just make really great shows. It's that simple.
I'm proud of so many things that the company's achieved. I've always said it's very, very simple to run a business. You have great people, you make great products, and you maintain good relationships. Simple is not easy. And the fact that we've been able to do that, really, if you think of those 3 things, the people really drive it all. people internally really drive it all. That we've been able to accumulate such a great group of people who are dedicated to our mission and our vision is the thing I'm most proud of.
Everyone believes genuinely in what we're trying to accomplish for kids. And we work really hard, but we also have a lot of fun.
Well, I've been working at 9 Story for, gosh, almost 17 years now. And the one thing that I really enjoy about it are the people.
Worked here 14 years now, and it was a big thing moving to Toronto and meeting all these new people, and it was really fun to meet all these like-minded and really talented people, and a lot of them became my best friends.
There's that saying, you know, find a job you love and you'll never work a day in your life. I'm just goofing off with my friends most of the time, and we make great shows.
My favorite part about working at 9 Story is that I get to draw all day. That is something I've loved to do ever since I was young.
I get to be my true self, no matter how weird or wacky or different I can be.
We have fresh fruit now. That's amazing. I've known so many people here for so long. It's just a great group of people.
There was one time where we were nearly, due to some difficulties from one of our clients, nearly had to close our doors. And I remember fighting very, very hard to ensure that that wouldn't happen. And I guess I'm the proudest of that because it was perseverance. And I remember, you know, the two gentlemen who ran Hanna-Barbera, Bill Hanna and Joe Barbero. Joe Barbero was once asked, if you could define your success in one word, what would it be? And he said, he thought about it for a second or two, and he said, perseverance. And I think that was what was applied at that moment in time, and you really appreciate the value of it. And this is something we have to do day in and day out. Well, the challenges may not be as great, but you must persevere. You must do what you believe and move forward with it. It's been 20 years of hard work and growth and challenges, but mostly it's been fun. I see 9 Story headed in a direction where we become more and more relevant for our audience, creating shows that speak to them today and will continue to speak to them for generations to come. Anyone who works in a business or started a business always wants that business to outlive them. And I feel that way too, but that will be evidenced by the relationships that our audiences develop with the characters we created while we were here.
Happy 20th
anniversary 9 Story.
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 Happy 20th anniversary.
Thank you, everyone, for being part of the 9 Story family, and thank you for all your contributions over the last 20 years. Happy 20th anniversary.